When I think about constructing an environmental framework for my team, I know I'll always start with the foundation, which consists of my values: presence, truth, and joy. My life's mission is to win the day, this day, not yesterday or tomorrow. And I believe improvement, authenticity, and vulnerability lies in truth. And finally, gratitude is rooted in joy. Let me put on my environmental engineer hat as I think of other words and messages that make up our environmental framework, like grit. Grit is more permanent than mental toughness. In fact, it's the sum of continuous mentally tough moments. I like grit. Present, there's that word again. The controllables are located in the present. And in our environment, those controllables are attitude, energy, and effort. We value reasons over goals. Reasons are intrinsic, whereas goals are extrinsic. Reasons compel us to change, goals don't. Reasons inspire us to win our days. It's no secret elite athletes are under a great deal of stress. That stress can come in the form of insurmountable pressures to be perfect, perform at a high level, and please others, like parents and coaches. Whether self-inflicted or from outside entities, these stressors can create all kinds of issues for our student athletes. So we'll create an environment where the focus isn't on the goal, like running on a treadmill, but instead on the process, running to be the best runner we can be in that moment. Seligman's well-being theory tells us happiness is 40% of intentional activities. Student athletes can't control the factors they face each day, but as environmental engineers, we can help them manage these factors. The components of the self-determination theory are basic psychological needs that are fundamental to well-being and intrinsic motivation, which as coaches and leaders we want from our athletes, employees, and assistants. So how do we create that? We'll start by leading from behind, encouraging and supporting our athletes and making the experience more about them, less about us. We'll prioritize and destigmatize mental health and wellness. We'll encourage the use of therapy, sports performance coaches, and make meditation a daily practice to help alleviate and better manage the everyday stressors, build up our levels of focus, resiliency, compassion, and presence. And there's that word again. Another intentional tactic we'll utilize comes straight from Seligman's positive psychology model. Dwelling on negatives is a great way to lose your athletes and employees. We want to learn from our mistakes, not dwell on them. So when we watch film, we'll emphasize what's working, and hopefully that'll foster joy and positive reinforcement. A happy brain is a competitive advantage. If we can win more games because our athletes are happier and mentally healthier and more balanced, why wouldn't we? When the culture is strong and psychologically safe, the results, which are the wins and the success that we all want, they become a byproduct. And then the coach becomes more than a coach. The coach actually becomes a true environmental engineer.